What's going on, everybody? Strong Dad here. I promised you I was going to get to some warning, and here it is. I've got, you know me, I don't like to do the normal reaction that everyone else does. Here's the song, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I like it. Like and subscribe. Make sure you click the bell. I like to put little twists in on things, and this reaction is going to be no different. Now, as you can tell by the title, we are going to do a reaction video to Revenant, or as Pau says, which is the way I like to pronounce it, Revenant. She says Revenant, and I like that. But this is still my favorite The Warning song. Favorite. When I listened to it, some of you saw my reaction. I was floored. I was like, this is the hit. This is, movie producers, this is the song you want to use. This is the one, Lava Records, Republic. This is the one that you want to promote, make a great video to. Now, I know what the song is about. I don't think it's public that they've explained what this song is about. So I'll keep that to me. But if they can make a video to what this song is about, you guys are going to be like, okay, what? It's that good. So, Revenant. What we're going to do right now is we are going to watch their sound check for Revenant in Mexico City, and then we're going to watch the whole song. Let me switch over there. I'll do a little bit more talking, and then we're going to watch the song. Now, I want you to pay attention to this sound check. Watch Lalo being up there, especially paying attention to like Danny's levels and Pau's, but he definitely, when he's being the stage manager, when Mario's in the back, he wants to make sure the girls are hearing just what they need to hear, and also making sure that Mario's, putting up the backing vocals when they need to be up at the beginning of the song. Now, one of the reasons why this is my favorite The Warning song is the backup vocals. Of course I love the song. I love the feel, I love the theme, I love the lyrics, I love the way Paulina sings it, but the backing vocals are incredible. Pay attention to Danny and her lower backing vocals, but really pay attention to Ale with her higher vocals. I was floored when I watched this, so pay close attention. I'm going to kind of crank it for you all. So here goes. Also, this is going to stop the confusion here. You'll hear at the very beginning, it's not a crackling record, it's a crackling fire. Okay, so what you saw there, of course, very obvious. You know, they're bringing the levels of the backing fire down. They're bringing Powell's vocals up to perfection already. Definitely they had to work with Danny's backup vocals a little bit, but you can see why this song is going to be so hard to see live. You know, Pliego, I think is his name. Is not their real cousin, but he does share their last name. He adds so much to this song just with his flavor that he's putting in, which is on the actual song itself. So it's going to be really hard, and it crushes me to say that I probably won't see this performed live in a long time until they can afford, you know, something like this. But it's so fun to watch this part of it and then to watch the finishing product. Now, some of you might be wondering, what in the world is Pow doing with just leaving a bunch of words out? So I talked to her a little bit about this song a couple weeks ago, and it's a challenging song for her. Not only the range, but also some of the different ways that she's using her voice in this song. And you'll see as we get towards the end, she definitely has some challenges. So she's saving her voice, really. She understands that. She said it wasn't the altitude or not, that she wasn't feeling well. It's just this voice does reach some of her capabilities, and also some of the ways that she sings or hums is a little bit more difficult for her. But I like it that she cracks up a lot, her and Ale, when she messes up. I think that's one of the endearing parts of them. But shut up, Strong Dad. Let's keep watching. Probably my favorite backing vocals by these girls right there. I don't know who wrote it that way or, you know, came up with the idea of opening up the backing vocals, because they're both kind of singing in unison, Ale and Danny, and then they kind of join in unison there, and they open their mouth to the ah, and it's just so perfect for this song right here. It adds so much to what Paulina's doing. So as a singer, I was almost embarrassed when I heard this and my jaw hit the floor. Can you hear Ale and her high vocals? How beautiful those are? It floored me. And so I probably listen to that portion of this sound check multiple times. And of course, I'm going to back up just a little bit to let you guys listen a little closer. Listen to Ale and her high backups. They are so beautiful.
Someone to blame, somewhere to aim, and I don't know the right
So I'm going to do most of my talking for the sound check. Now we're going to watch the actual performance just an hour later, an hour and a half later, and the professionalism these girls have. They know what sound check's all about. It's testing limits, testing, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. This was the first time they had performed this live. So let's go ahead and let's watch the performance, and I'm going to zip my mouth and enjoy it with you.
Y ahora, para todos ustedes, este es nuestro amigo y primo desde Monterrey, Leo Villarreal. Water
as you can tell, I mean, they went from a lot of rusty places in the sound check, which it should be, to almost near perfection. Paulina, she knows her voice. She knows that maybe some of the higher ranges, if she projects like that, that it's going to be just fine. And it was just fine. She didn't struggle one bit because she really projected. Now, one thing that she did when I asked her, she told me that the first night that they played it, when it got to the humming part on the last song, it's a lot harder when you can't project when you're humming, as opposed to, when you can really belt it. And so that's why her voice cracked, and that's why she cracked up at the end of the actual performance the first night. This night, she didn't do the humming. And it made it that much easier for her. And so I thought, amazing to see this live. I just don't know when we're going to be able to see it again. I just, one day, maybe they'll get a guest guitarist to play with them, or to, be with them, to play this song. Who knows? But I'm mainly just waiting for that video if it ever comes out. Anyways, everybody, I hope you enjoy my little different takes on the Warning Live and the Warning songs. I know I enjoy watching them, so that's good enough, I suppose. But let me know what you guys think. Did you pick out anything during their sound check or during the performance? I know a lot of you were there. Anything that, I need to know about this performance? Is it still some of your favorite song out there? I know that when I made the lyric video reaction, a lot of you were saying this was your favorite too. I wonder if that's changed at all, or if this is still one of your favorites, if not your favorite, because it is mine, my absolute favorite. But everybody out there, thanks for stopping by. Stay strong, be safe, and also make sure you have a safe and wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody.